Welcome to this video presenting a resolution to a crime, where the progress of an investigation into a murder will be shown. To get a good understanding of this video, make sure that you've seen the previous video on game mechanic for 4th generation warfare on YouTube. Here we have a minister that has been killed. We will have to go all out to solve this crime because such a crime calls into question the internal security and credibility of our government. For this case, I have to choose my best agent. This one, with a resourceful profile, is more likely to carry out the various investigative actions. To conduct the investigation, clues and evidence must be found by analyzing the crime scene. Each piece of key evidence found increases the chance of a successful trial. Here I only have one victim since it's an assassination, my Director of Foreign Affairs. This is the crime sheet, which gives basic information on the murder and allows you to see the progress of the investigation. We can see the evidence that has just been discovered, and the identities of the perpetrator and the mastermind are still unknown. I can also declare the case as unsolved to hide it from the map, but I'm not going to do that here since I want to try to resolve it. We can see that there's another character at the location of the assassination that may be a witness. I can collect his or her testimony. Evidence is collected. It was indeed an evidence, but it's not the identity of the perpetrator. If this witness had an acquaintance with the assassin, he would have been able to directly reveal his identity. Anyway, it'll be useful. If I want a chance to catch the perpetrator before he leaves my territory, I must analyze the video surveillance to gain a composite sketch that will help me locate them, and even to intercept him if he tries to cross the border. The analysis is a success. A composite has been found. The composite allows us, among other things, to issue an arrest warrant against the perpetrator even if his identity is not known. A character subject to an arrest warrant has a chance of being recognized and arrested if he tries to cross the border. It's important to do this quickly. It's much easier to find and apprehend someone in your own territory. In addition, an arrest without an arrest warrant will generate a procedural violation, which will bring a penalty to the success of the trial. Another application of the composite is that we can now search for the suspect in any place that has a video surveillance network in place. This search, if successful, will give the suspect's last position at the target location. So I'm going to do my research directly in Tokyo. The search is longer, and the action will give no result until the end of the next turn. The suspect would be or would have been at this place. We can see that the suspect appears in semi-transparent. It is because I only have information on his supposed location. To be sure of his position, I have to send someone there. Even if there's other ways to know his real position, such as geolocation of his smartphone, if it's been hacked beforehand. In this case, the best would be to take an inspector and send him to spy on a building. He will stay outside and therefore be undetectable, and will still see all the characters inside. Apparently, he's still here. He no longer appears semi-transparent, which means his position is confirmed. Before arresting a suspect, his identity must be clear. The director of your intelligence agency is able to identify an unknown figure in the condition that he has him in his view. He's a hitman! The nationality is therefore not a clue to his mastermind, since anyone in the world can call on his services. We have to arrest him and question him if we want to know more. Now is the time to try the arrest. I need to send an inspector to apprehend the suspect. It's a success. He is brought to the police headquarters. It remains to prove that he is the real perpetrator and to try to find the identity of the mastermind. It is a stroke of luck here that since he is armed, he would have retaliated and tried to kill the inspector before fleeing if the arrest had been a failure. Now, I'll try an interrogation to perhaps gain new elements on the assassination. Since this is the perpetrator, the information learned here can be crucial. An inspector with a hot temper profile seems to be adept to interrogate here. Critical success. The suspect admits everything and even gives his mastermind's identity. He is the director of North Korea's intelligence agency. In the crime sheet, you can see the two identities revealed. Now it's time for a retaliation. This situation gives us good reason to embark on the conquest of territories with a casus belli, which legitimizes military actions. I therefore propose a vote on a request for military intervention and would then be fully legitimate to attack this nation. While waiting for the vote, we're going to try to put the murder perpetrator definitely in prison. I'm targeting the crime for which I want to judge the perpetrator. This time, I was able to have a confession, which almost ensures a successful trial. But there may be other evidence to be gathered at the crime scene. The amount of evidence to be found at a crime scene depends on the level of success of the perpetrator in his assassination action. The better he succeeds, the less he leaves clues or evidence. Do note that a journalist can serve as a complement to an investigation, since he or she can find other evidence that the inspectors cannot obtain. Success. The prison is an ultra-secure place. It's better to have them there than at a police headquarters, because someone could come and try to rescue them. Here we get points for the arrest, and here we get a negative effect on our relations with Honduras due to arresting one of their nationals. A few turns have passed. The vote took place, and the UN accepted my request for military intervention against North Korea. As you can see, the casus belli is completely in my favor, so I'm legitimate to attack. This is a good opportunity to go to war, try to conquer some more territory. In the late game, an investigation can be influenced by the technologies that can be discovered. For example, the post-mortem neural image reader allows you to interrogate a dead person. Thus, it's always possible to complete an investigation. On the other side, we use a vial of necrophage DNA to erase most of the clues and evidence at a crime scene to limit the chances of a successful trial. And also a synthetic leather mask to prevent any obtaining of a composite drawing. And this is the end of the tutorial for the resolution of a crime in 4th generation warfare. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Rob, aka Average Gamer. Check me out on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.